Can the HOTO Compressed Air Capsule outpower a standard can of dust off? We're going to find out, and then we're going to find out how well it acts as a vacuum as well. Stick around. All right, hey guys, I'm Jason. Welcome back to my garage, and today we're going to take a look at the HOTO Tools Compressed Air Capsule. Now, I'm familiar with HOTO Tools a little bit. HOTO is short for Home Tools. And I've actually used one of their laser measurers here in the garage for the past couple of years, a little pocket-sized thing. Works really good. So when they reached out to me after seeing some of my videos and said, would you like to give our compressed air capsule a try? I said, absolutely, because up until now, I've been using this cheap Amazon blower, rechargeable blower thing, and I promised them that I'd put this up against that, as well as up against something that everybody knows and everybody uses, and I've used countless times, but I'm trying to not use it, and that's why I bought this. So we're going to see how well this guy goes up against the other two in a couple of tests. So let's start with the unboxing and seeing what you get. All right, so let's take a look at what's in the box. Make it happen. Cool. I will. Lots of stuff here. Wow. Just keeps coming. Is that it? All right. Okay, so here's what you get. You get a dust cap. And I was taking a look at this right here. Just press in and remove, and then you got the HEPA filter. There we go. Pretty well designed. Then you got this 2-in-1 brush head. And then here, you got a vacuum deflating connector. Not quite sure what that is. I'm sure if I look in the owner manual there, I'll find out. Got a short valve, a long valve, and then an inflatable connector valve. And then, of course, the main unit on top of a pretty nice bag, storage bag. So here's the main unit. Okay, power button. Diesel. Wow, that kind of actually startled me. I didn't know that it would take off like that. This thing sounds like a jet engine. Hang on a second. Here, hold on. Press and hold. Okay, well, enough of that. I'm going to read... Where'd it go? I'm going to read the instructions here. We're going to get this thing charged up, and we're going to put this to the test. Okay, it's all charged up. Let's get a closer look at this. You can see why they call it a compressed air capsule, because that's what it is. It's very capsule-shaped. It's about 6 inches long, a little over 2 inches in diameter, so it's pretty small, very handheld. It has an inlet here and an outlet here, and the power button here, and the indicator light there. It is that simple. In fact, it kind of looks almost like a turbine. And I was told that if you have two of them, you fire them up and you can fly around. I'm just kidding. But here's how it works. You take the dust cap, put it on the inlet like that, and you're good to go. Same thing goes for the vacuum deflating connector, if you want to deflate something that uses that size of a nozzle. Now, you also have for this end, for the outlet end, you have these inflators, the long, the one for like a swimming pool inflatable, and the short, right? But here's the thing. You can actually put this on, put the vacuum deflating connector on the outlet. It actually fits. I don't know why you'd want to do that. But like it says here, do not vacuum without the dust cap on there. And it also has that warning right there. You probably saw it earlier. Don't install the dust cap on the outlet. So on the inlet. Just like that. Pretty neat unit overall. Very compact. Very well built. Materials are decent on it. So how does it perform? Well, we're going to find out because a while back I bought this. This is kind of like a cheap Amazon, rechargeable blower and with a nozzle, right? You just adjust the output with this and hit the button and it fires up, right? And then I bought that because I wanted to stop using these. Everybody uses these, but they cost a lot of money, and I guess they're pretty crappy for the environment. So we're going to see how the HOTO does against the compressed air and this Amazon cheap blower that I bought. Both of these two are fully charged up, and this is a brand new can, and I've got a few tests. We're going to see how it works. And then the one thing that the HOTO Compressed Air Capsule can do that these two can't is vacuuming, and I'm going to show you how to do that too. Let's get started. I bought this general but decent quality wind speed meter specifically for this video so we can find out which one blows more in a good way, right? And because this is an American car channel, I'm going to set this to miles per hour because that's how I relate to things. And then I'm going to set the maximum reading so it'll record the highest amount that the output is. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the nozzle of each one 3 inches away from the fan here and measure the maximum output, right? And for the dust off compressed air, I had to trim the little straw here a little short because you got to keep it upright. So I'm going to keep it upright. I'm going to put it right here. And it's not going to look the way that it should from the camera angle, but this is straight down to the 3-inch mark. I'm going to put this right here, and we're going to see how it does. And there we have 30.6 miles an hour. And again, this is a brand new can. So that's the baseline for what we've all used 100 times in our lives, if not more. Okay, now let's see how the cheap Amazon blower I got does. Kuni is the one that I got. I got this fully charged, and I've got it cranked up to the highest setting. And again, I'm going to hold the nozzle right about 3 inches away from the fan here. We'll see how it does. "45 miles an hour even, not bad." So definitely the rechargeable, even the cheap units, are better than using this stuff that we've been using for, gosh, I've used them thousands of times, but not anymore. This is going to be my last one. I don't need them anymore. And now let's see how the HOTO air canister does. Once again, about 3 inches from the fan. "51.3. So definitely even better. So there you have it. That's the results of how much output these guys make, right? But the one thing that this one can do, that this one and this one can't, is obviously some vacuuming. Let's test that out. Let's say that you're at your workbench and you're working along, and then some jack comes along and, spills coffee all over your workbench. Oh, that son of a bitch. Well, let's give this a try here. Take off the blower from the outlet, put on the vacuum on the inlet, and, obviously it's not going to do a whole lot. This dustbin is not huge, but let's see if it can take care of all this. Yeah, no problem. In fact, there's plenty of room to go because that guy came back and he did it. Oh boy, that's way too much. Let's see how much it can handle. Let's go. It's pretty full. All right, just for fun. Oh, it's so full it's coming back out. There's like a little flap in there that keeps it from doing that. But man, I overstuff this thing. I mean, that's kind of a lot. I mean, where's my scale? Just to give you an idea. So this thing does pretty good for small messes like this. Now I got to clean this out. Everything's going to smell like coffee for a long time, but I guess that's not so bad. And that's the cool part. Is like I showed you, you can disassemble this and clean it out thoroughly. Little HEPA filter and everything. Actually, what I just realized is that I can use this to clean that. Just put this nozzle back on the outlet, fire it up. Pretty versatile. I like this thing. And here's something that I just noticed before I put it away, is that the storage bag has two compartments. One for the accessories, and the other for the main unit. Once again, very well thought out. So what do you guys think? Works pretty good, right? I really like it. I'm glad HOTO Tools sent this to me. I really appreciate working with them. If you want to get your hands on one, I'll put a link in the description below, and going through that link helps me out a little bit. So if you don't mind, it doesn't cost you anything or any extra effort. So like I mentioned, I'm not going to be buying these ever again. I was kind of hoping to when I bought this, but now because of how well this works, I'm going to retire this to the shed of misfit tools out in my backyard. I think the only drawback, couple of drawbacks here. One, the single button is kind of tough to use. Like you got to press and hold to start it, and then you got to press it again to make it step down to the lower speed, and then you got to press and hold it again to make it stop. It's really not much of a complaint, just something you got to get used to. The other thing is the price. This thing, it's well designed, good materials, and obviously does the job, but it comes at a price of right around $100. It depends on where your values are. I mean, you saw this thing a lot cheaper. I don't even know what this goes for anymore. I'll put a link in the description as well if you want to check it out, but it does all right. It really does. But this is so versatile and useful. I really like it. Again, I'm glad that HOTO sent it to me. I think one of the best use cases for this, because of this small dust bin right here, right? I think one of the best use cases is vehicle detailing. This is small enough to fit in your glove box, right? And so if you want to keep it in your glove box and do a quick cleanup whenever the need arises, this would be great for it, because it also, as you know, clearly, it does the blowing and the vacuuming. So it's a very cool dual purpose unit. Again, check it out in the description below if you want to get your hands on one. And tell me your thoughts on my testing methods and, well, just what you think of the HOTO compressed air capsule in general. So otherwise, I really appreciate you hanging out with me in my garage, as I always say. And I'll see you in my next video. Take it easy.